They start young in the West African cocoa farms. This girl has been put to work clearing weeds with a machete, a cutlass. She's just 5 years old. One of tens of thousands of child labourers here in Cameroon. Etienne Babila survived 2 years on the farms. He was rescued thanks to a child labour project run by the International Labour Organization, the ILO. Now he's showing Julius Fombo, who's been working on the project, exactly what he went through. While many of his friends are still labouring in the cocoa plantations, Etienne is back at school, learning again to read and write, and now full of ambition.
I see that to be a medical doctor is good. Or to be a judge. Because if I be a judge tomorrow, I would like to judge any parents that is sending children to the farm.
That sounds very, very interesting, Etienne.
Etienne was taken out of school when he was 12. Both his parents were ill. He had to become the family's breadwinner. He was strong. He could earn up to $3 a day in the cocoa fields next to his village. But without an education, that was all he would ever do. For as long as he survived snake bites, machete wounds, and most dangerous of all, according to doctors, exposure to the highly toxic pesticides used to drench the cocoa pods. This is Cameroon's main cocoa producing area, one of the sites in 5 West African countries selected by the ILO for the first major attempt to tackle the scandal of child labour in the cocoa farms. Most of the world's chocolate is made from West African cocoa, and the ILO estimates that nearly 300,000 school-aged children work in dangerous conditions to produce it. For Julius Fombo, the exploitation of child labour, taking children out of school to do adults' work in hazardous conditions, is a violation of human rights.
It's really serious. These are children working in the farms. It's very, very serious. I think it's even worse than slave trade, because at least adults can protect themselves, but children, their response is not like an adult.
As he says, it's also economic nonsense. A sound economy cannot be built on the back of a child.
When did you start using the machete in the field?
It's around 12 years.
Around 12 years.
Had many problems. I won.
Cuts?
Yeah.
Can we see? Where can we see? Can I see?
Yeah.
Oh, see. You see. How do you get treatment?
I just go to the house and tie it with cloth.
Yes.
Just like that.
And no, they don't go to the hospital?
No.
That's very, very sad. Your parents, is it because they have no money to take you to the hospital, or they don't just feel that they should take you to the hospital?
There was no money.
No money, yeah. What about your hand? You are comfortable when handling it?
No. Yeah, there's some.
Sad. And the treatment is the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Etienne is showing Julius how the pods are opened when children appear through the trees with heavy sacks on their heads. There is a distinction between what the ILO describes as child work, helping out with light tasks after school, and the exploitation of cheap labour. As a United Nations organisation, the ILO is committed to eliminating child labour worldwide. When the cocoa project began, workers from local organisations spent time talking to parents and farmers about what was necessary and acceptable and what was simply exploitation. In Etienne's village, as elsewhere, the community came to agree that their children should stay at school for as long as possible, that they should be protected, and that child labour was not a solution to their problems. Etienne was among the first to be rescued.
Can you tell me how it happened that you stopped working in the farm and you went to school?
No, I was sitting in the house. When some people came, they said that they are NGOs.
Yeah.
They said that they are fighting for children right, that they should not be working in a cocoa farm, they should go to school. I told them that I'm one of them. So they identified me and I said that I would like to go to school. So then they gave me all what I needed. Yes, then I started going to school.
Yeah.
For Etienne to return to school, his family had to find another way of making money. The solution, with the help of the ILO's Cocoa Project, their very own restaurant. And this is today's lunch.
Okay, this is stew.
Yeah.
Yes. And about how many people will eat this?
20 people.
20 people.
About 20 people,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Rachel, Etienne's mother, was given help by the Cocoa Project to start the restaurant. She charges 250 African francs, about half a US dollar, for a plate of spicy chicken stew and plantains. 20 customers a day will give her a profit of around 3,000 francs, or $6 US, enough to pay the rent, feed her family, and keep Etienne at school. Rachel explains that her husband has suffered from epilepsy since childhood, so he's never been able to work full-time, though he does brew palm wine, which they now sell in the restaurant. When she fell ill a few years ago, there was no one to provide for the family. Etienne, she says, was the strongest, so it was he who had to go to work.
Now, the means of money will not be get money where we feed the sponsor you for school.
They had to stop Etienne going to school, she says, so that he could earn money on the farm and support them all.
Other people that were sponsored the can be fit for get them.
But now she's pleased that he's back in class.
I'll be very happy as he did now. So
I'm very happy with Etienne, she says. I want him to go on to further education so that he can be a better person.
Well, I would like to be big, even like doctor or magistrate.
It's our wish that Etienne should be a medical doctor.
Please, is there any question?
The ILO's Child Labour Project has succeeded in sending 50 children back to school in this one small village. Well over 1,000 throughout Cameroon, and 11,000 in the 5 countries covered by the project. Etienne is catching up on 2 years of lessons, and his teachers say he's doing well, writing and speaking English and French, necessities in this bilingual country. He's doing so well, he wants to stay on at school, but that is now in doubt. Despite its success, the 3-year project has ended. Far from becoming a judge, Etienne may have to return to the cocoa fields.